or your own wings and dip or so to a place like Sandy Woods, the town loses out on that meal tax. And it's not good. And how do the restaurants feel about it? And how many venues actually are there in town? How many locations which would host a bigger bring your own wings and booze or whatever? Since let's say our schools, if you wanted to have a party, I was offered to bring wine last Friday night for the thank you party for the...
Not the schools. Not the schools. That's a no-no, the schools.
We were all adults there. However, since you want to bring them to a school or a place like a PTA potential location.
I don't think those are what's in question. I think it's like a restaurant that does not have a liquor license.
Wouldn't they rather have a liquor license?
Yeah, they would. But if there is a set amount, even though we don't deal with that here. But I mean, a license is at the discretion of the council. So if there was a very tiny restaurant, for whatever reason, that the council felt they didn't want to give a liquor license to, they could still have a BYOB, and it's usually beer and wine.
But economically speaking, we should try to discourage that kind of...
I understand, getting, the meals tax and stuff.
St. Teresa's is...
Yeah, I think
we're not too dry at St. Teresa's.
Yeah, they have a...
Yeah, we get a special permit.
Yeah, but they get a license for it, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I think we should wait for the chief.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll continue this to a regular business meeting in the future.
Right.
Since we don't know what's going to be in a normal meeting or business meeting, we won't set a date.
What is a normal meeting versus a business meeting?
Somebody make a motion to that effect.
Not normal.
Inaugural.
There'll be a meeting when the new council will be inaugurated, which I'm assuming you're not going to want to do much business.
Might want to drink some booze, but not talk about booze.
Okay. Next item. Actually, can I ask you to add to the agenda for discussion, litigation, Tiverton, William McLaughlin versus Tiverton Zoning Board?
Second.
Motion and second. All those in favor?
Just wanted to inform the council that we have filed a motion in Superior Court to judge Mr. McLaughlin in contempt for failure to remove the structure, which is in an illegal location, and failure to pay the fines. And that happens to be set down for November 14th is the hearing date for that motion in Newport County Superior Court.
Okay. Fire Department investigation.
Fire Department investigation, case 6. This is two things. My memo, self-explanatory in case 6B. This is the Tiverton Town Council back in the spring of this year engaged Mr. Attorney Mark DeSisto of DeSisto Law to do an investigation of certain allegations about issues in the fire department. He conducted a very thorough investigation, including interviewing every current member of the fire department and many of the former members of the fire department. Some issues were not relevant, some were too old, other issues were issues of management and conduct, and the town council has discussed this in a couple of meetings in executive session, including one with the fire chief and his attorney present, and in fact at that meeting, council directed that a redacted report be published. Obviously, there's much of it, as I indicate, this was 64 pages, and now it's 29, because we had to redact the personnel information that is protected by privacy rules, but the overall information as far as the investigation and the conclusions remain. So at your direction, I have prepared this pursuant to that direction at that executive session meeting to release this report.
Okay, I will entertain a motion to release the redacted report.
released.
Oh, well, yeah, it's public record now.
Right. Well,
That's fine.
yeah, I'm just,
Yeah.
providing it.
Okay, we're all set?
It's just been,
Yeah, do you have
the
any
things have
questions?
been cut out rather than black.
That's correct.
Got
It
me
would
used
be,
to black
the
strips.
stuff, if you see 3 X's, that means it's been cut out. And then the main stuff with the dot, the particular investigations in the center there. I've just left the particular investigation of complaints relating favoritism, bias, and miscellaneous, and investigation,
Oh, I
all of
see.
those things, starting on page 25, and 6. I've left the titles of what the issues were, but removed them. It would be a lot,
Yeah.
it'd be a-
A lot
I
of
started
blacking,
out
yeah.
the other way. I started out just blacking things out, but it became mostly the whole page. There's also the problem, copiers are so good these days, half the time you copy it and the image comes
comes right
through
through.
even after you've blacked it out. You have to like almost tape it over to prevent it. So between those two things, I thought it would be best just to eliminate it completely.
Thank you. Anything else, Mr. Tite?
No, except when you get to, no, that's it.
Okay. Madam Clerk?
I just wanted to remind everybody, November 4th is our general election. The warnings have been posted in 8 or 9 areas in town. We have included the color map of the districts. We have published the polling locations, but not the map in the papers to assist. They can always call anyone who needs some assistance in determining where they would be voting. They can call the clerk's office at 625-6703. We have posted as many of these around as we can. As you can see, it's back up on the wall in the town hall as well. That's all I have.
Thank you. Mr. Lambert?
I move that we go into closed executive session pursuant to Rhode Island General Law, Section 42465A5, Ray, possible property acquisition.
Second.
We have a motion and second. All those in favor? Motion carries.
And stay in closed executive session pursuant to Rhode Island General Law 42465A2, Ray, potential litigation, Viking Stone.
Second.
We have a motion and second. All those in favor?
And stay in closed executive session pursuant to Rhode Island General Law 42465A2, Ray, litigation, quarterly litigation report.
Second.
Motion and second. All those in favor?
And stay in closed executive session pursuant to Rhode Island General Law, Section 42465A1, personnel matter, Ray Town Administrator, 6-month performance evaluation, notice given.
Second.
Motion and second. All those in favor?
And let the record reflect that the town administrator, Mr. Wojcik, has received written notice of his right to hold that meeting in open session. No, he's been notified of his right to have it in open session, and has elected to have it in closed executive session.
We're now in executive session.